Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Dear students, Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to Army Public School PMA Resource Network. Before we start our today's subject science, don't forget to subscribe this page and click on the bell icon so that you can receive our new videos well in time. In our today's subject, we are going to discuss the topic This is the combination lecture of week 7 and 8. The topics that are related to week 7 are following. Sequence as flashed. Today's learning objectives: to define what is condensation, to describe the process involved during condensation, to define water cycle, to describe the steps of water cycle, to define water conservation, and to enlist methods of water conservation. States of matter: boiling, evaporation, and condensation. Today's subtopic is what is condensation. First of all, its definition. Condensation is the process in which water changes from the gaseous state to the liquid state. It means that during condensation, water from the gaseous state is changed into liquid state. During this process, water vapor loses heat, and how water vapor loses heat? When it strikes with the cold surface having low temperature, water vapor loses heat and condenses into water droplets. We often see condensation happening around us. As you can see in the diagram, there is a hot water in the kettle, and this water, when evaporates into water vapors, these water vapors are warm. When they strike with the cold surface, they lose heat and condense into water droplets. You can see water droplets here, and these water droplets can be collected in a beaker. So, condensation is happening here. Why does the mirror becomes foggy after you have taken a hot shower? You have observed that after taking a hot shower, mirror becomes foggy. Why this happens? This happens because the mirror is actually covered in tiny water droplets. Hot water vapor forms. When the hot water evaporated comes into contact with the cooler surface of the mirror, this water vapor loses heat quickly and condenses into water droplets. As you can see in the diagram, after taking a hot shower, mirror becomes foggy and water droplets appear. How they appear? They appear due to condensation. First of all, hot water produces water vapors, and these water vapors are warm. They move upward, strike with the cold surface of mirror. They lose heat to the mirror and condense into water droplets. Examples. What are the examples of condensation? Number 1. Sometimes spectacle lenses fog up when the person wearing them steps out from a cold room. As you can see in the diagram, there are spectacle lenses and they fog up. How they fog up? When a person wearing them steps out from a cold room. It means that hot water vapors strike with the cold surface of spectacle lenses. They lose heat to the lenses and condense into water droplets. Number 2, mirror becomes foggy after taking a hot shower. You can see a mirror, it is foggy after taking a hot shower, as from the hot water, water vapors are produced, and these water vapors are warm. They move upward, strike with the cold surface of mirror, lose heat to the mirror and condense into water droplets. Number 3, water droplets forming on the surface of a cold can or glass of soft drinks. You can see in the diagram, there is a cold glass of soft drink and water droplets are appearing here. How they appear? They appear due to condensation. When hot water vapors from the warm, moist air strike with the cold surface of glass, they lose heat to the cold surface of glass and condense into water droplets. Water droplets dew on the blades of grass in the early morning. These water droplets that appear on the blades of grass in early morning are also known as dew drops. As you can see in the diagram, dew drops appearing on the blades of grass in the early morning. And how dew is formed? Dew is formed when water vapor from the surrounding air comes into contact with the cooler surface of the grass, loses heat quickly and condenses into water droplets. We can see clouds forming in front of our mouth as we breathe out or speak. In this diagram, you can see fog or clouds that appears in front of our mouth in winter season. And how this fog is formed? During winter, when the surrounding air is very cold, we can see clouds forming in front of our mouths as we breathe out or speak. These clouds are made up of tiny water droplets. When we breathe out, warm water vapor from our mouth comes into contact with the cooler surrounding air. The water vapor loses heat quickly into cooler surrounding air and condenses into water droplets that we see as clouds. Clouds in the sky are also formed by condensation. As you can see in the diagram, these are clouds and these are formed by condensation. Clouds are actually made up of many tiny water droplets and cover almost half of the earth's surface. How they are formed? Water from water bodies heat up by sun's energy into water vapors. These water vapors move upward with warm air. When they reach at certain height where there is a low temperature, these water vapors lose heat to the cold surrounding air and condense into water droplets. Did you know? Cloud seeding is the process used to cause rainfall. This ensures that dry areas get adequate rainfall so that plants can grow and living things can survive. Cloud seeding is usually done by airplanes that fly into clouds and release dry ice or a chemical called silver iodide. So, dry ice or a chemical that is called silver iodide is sprayed on the clouds by airplanes to cause artificial rainfall in the areas where there is no rainfall. Another method is by using the smoke machines on the ground to release silver iodide particles into the air. This causes chemical reactions to take place which eventually leads to rainfall. Why do we need to conserve water? Water conservation. What is water conservation? We should use our limited supply of fresh water very carefully and avoid wasting it. This is known as water conservation. It means that fresh water is very scarce and precious on earth and it is very limited. So we should use it very carefully and avoid wasting it. This is known as water conservation. As conserve means to save. So water conservation means to save water. As you can see in the diagram, there is a pie chart and it shows percentage of water on earth. You know that 70% of the earth is covered by water. Out of 70%, fresh water is only 3%. Out of this 3%, 2% is in freeze form in the form of glaciers and ice, and only 1% is available on earth that we are using. It is very less in amount. It is only 1% that we are using. So it is very scarce and precious. We use it wisely and carefully and avoid wasting it. This is known as water conservation. Amazing facts. Water is a very important component in the human body. About 70% of an adult's body is made up of water. Important functions of the body such as digestion and blood circulation require water. A person can survive about 30 days without food but less than a week without water. Methods of water conservation. There are several methods of water conservation. First method is recycling of water. Sewage water can be recycled to be fit for human use. Factory use. Factories should use recycled water to wash equipments and machinery. Second method is desalination. De means removal, salination means salts. So this is related to removal of salts. This process involved removing salt from sea water to get fresh water. First of all, salty water is collected from sea, and from this salty water, salt is removed and fresh water is obtained. Third method is reducing the use. Don't let the water run while using. Don't let the water run while washing your face and hands. Fourth method is reusing. Collect rainwater and reuse it to wash front porch of houses. Watering plants. Do reuse water for washing vegetables to water your plants. Do use water in a bucket to wash the car instead of using a hose or running water. These are some ways through which water can be conserved, water can be saved. Save water, save earth. Now it's time for today's homework. This homework is related to week 7. New vocabulary words to be noted down on loose sheets from page 58, 59, 62 and 63. Spectacles, fog, condensation, blades, due, adequate. Parents to help their children in finding the meaning of these words from dictionary. You can click on these hyperlinks to see videos about condensation, but under complete parental supervision. Reading textbook page 58 to 59 and page 62 to 63. Students to read the given pages before attempting the written work. So written work will be easier for you. Your written work is Define condensation process. How does condensation happen? Why water droplets are formed on the outer surface of a cold can? Why are there water droplets on grass in early morning? Suggest 5 ways to conserve water, and what is the importance of fresh water in our life? Now these topics are related to week 8. What is water cycle? Its definition: the water cycle refers to the continuous movement of water from the earth's surface up to the sky and back down to the earth again. Water cycle ensures the continuous supply of fresh water for all living things. So water cycle is very important because it ensures the continuous supply of fresh water for all living things on earth. Steps involved in the water cycles. What are the steps that are involved in water cycle? Step number 1. Water bodies such as ocean, river and lakes are heated by the sun's energy that causes water to evaporate into water vapors. Due to sun's energy, water in the water bodies heat up and evaporate into water vapor. Living things such as plants, animals and humans also give off water vapor. Step number 2. As hot air rises, the warm water vapor will start to rise together with it. Step number 3. Warm water vapor is cooled by the surrounding cold air that causes water vapor to condense into water droplets. Many water droplets eventually come together to form clouds. As we have discussed that clouds are formed by many tiny water droplets. Step number 4. As more water vapor condenses, the water droplets eventually become larger and heavier before their weight cannot be supported in the clouds. As water vapor becomes larger and heavier and before their weight cannot be supported in the clouds, the water droplets finally fall back to the earth as rain. Step number 5. The rainwater is again collected by water bodies where the water cycle will begin all over again. This is the diagram related to water cycle. The first step in the water cycle, as we have discussed, is evaporation. Water from the water bodies evaporates into water vapors. These water vapors move upward with warm air. When they reach at certain height where there is a low temperature, these water vapors lose heat and condense into water droplets. Due to these water droplets, clouds are formed. As we have discussed that clouds are formed by tiny water droplets. When more and more water droplets are accumulated, their weight becomes heavier and they cannot be supported in the clouds. Then they fall on earth as rain. Precipitation means any form of water, rain, snow, etc. So, water falls from clouds as rain When there is a low temperature below freezing point, that is in minus degrees, then these water droplets converted into snow. After that, this rain and snow falls on earth and it is again collected in water bodies to begin the water cycle again, as you can see in the diagram. Difference between rain, snow and hailstones. First of all, we will discuss about rain. What is rain? Rain is water that falls from the clouds in small drops. As you can see in the diagram, rain is water that falls from the clouds. As clouds are formed by many tiny water droplets, and these tiny water droplets fall on earth as rain. Snow. When water vapor changes into ice crystals at temperature below freezing point, snow is formed, as you can see in the diagram. And what is the temperature below freezing point? This is the temperature in minus degrees Celsius or centigrades. Hailstones. These are the pieces of frozen water droplets. These hailstones are varying in size. These may be as small as a pea and as large as a softball. These hailstones are very dangerous and can harm the properties and humans. Today's success criteria. Remember, condensation is the process in which water changes from the gaseous state to the liquid state. The water cycle refers to the continuous movement of water from the earth's surface up to the sky and back down to the earth again. Water conservation means to save water, as conserve mean to save. To read the text and study the pictures carefully to answer the questions. To draw and label the diagrams carefully with the help of lead pencil only. To use the correct scientific terminology. The homework that is related to week 8 is following. New vocabulary words to be noted down on loose sheets from pages 60 to 62. And these vocabulary words are ensure, eventually, hail, snow, crystals, hailstones and threat. Parents to help their children in finding the meaning of these words from dictionary. These are hyperlinks. You can click on these hyperlinks to see videos. And following videos will help you in understanding the concept of water cycle under complete parental supervision. Reading textbook 60 to 62 is must, so your written work will be easier for you. Written work to be done on loose sheets, and your written work is define the following. How many steps are involved in water cycle? Name each of them. What is the difference between rain, snow and hail? This was all about my lecture. I hope you got each and every point. Thank you. Take care and Allah Hafiz.